Welcome back on our series on how to build a growth strategy. I hope you have seen a previous video on 5 key performance indicators while reviewing your current state strategy of your organization. This video is a continuation. So here are the next 5 key performance indicators in no particular order that we need to consider while coming up with your strategy. So the next one is top management commitment. It is important to know, as per your leadership in your organization, what products or service are very important to them, where is it they are looking in terms of into the future, which product or service is promising and why. You need to know this in order to understand where is it your product or service stands vis-a-vis to the direction of the organization. Also, your resources that get allocated for your product or service are determined to some extent or larger extent by the top management commitment to your business unit. The other way you can use this information is to align your product or service with the focus of top management so that you get the top management commitment to your organization. The next point that we need to consider is to gather feedback and evaluate it. It is important to do a 360-degree feedback review cycle at least once in a while for your product or service that is being offered. And this can be done in many different ways. You can do surveys, you can talk to people, you can talk to your customers, seniors, juniors. Make sure that while doing this, you get as wide perspective as possible. Also consider competition. It is important that you understand as to how you are being perceived in the marketplace. If you are hesitant to know as to how I can speak to somebody senior in my organization or somewhere else, there is an easy way of doing it. What you can do is ask for a 10 to 15 minute slot in order to have a quick discussion about your product or service and keep it to your work requirement. So anybody, mostly wherever they sit in an organization, they will be more than happy to spend 10 minutes. If you ask for a longer period, maybe no. But if you ask for a very short period of time, mostly everyone will be okay to spare their time to give you inputs so that you will know how they are perceiving your product or service, how they are perceiving your performance, how is it that you're positioned among all your team members and in the organization as a whole. The next one in the list to consider is managing your competition. We need to know who are all your competitors, very obvious, but how do we manage our competition? We need to know what are the different things between what we are offering as compared to our competition in the marketplace. We can also see what are the competitors looking to do next. What can we do differently, add on to our product list? The other thing to consider is look at your differentiation. Can we add on things to make our product positioning sharper and making sure that you are managing your competition better? It is always important that you have very good communication so that you're also letting people know as to how you're different and what's your value addition for your customers in the marketplace. The next thing that we should always consider is domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is very important to know to have a clear understanding of the domain and the marketplace in which we exist. We can always give maybe a few hours every quarter in order to improve on our domain knowledge. Look at what are the new trends, what is being happening in the marketplace, what kind of new areas, breakthroughs are being considered, where are people investing in things, and we need to check if it is possible for us to improve our domain knowledge so that we come across as knowledgeable while talking to our customers. The last point that we want to consider is the addressable marketplace in which we exist. We should know what is the total market size, what are your competitors, and what is the market share that you and your competitors have. We should also know that geographically, how is this market share distributed? For example, is your product or service better in loan in a particular region as compared to the other region? Is it more effective in one or other region? Why is it effective? Why it is not effective in a certain area? What can you do better? How will you be able to address additional market needs that exist? How will you expand your market? How will you improve your presence? Can be explored and added on. We need to be working on this on a very steady, regular basis in order to keep increasing our market share. So once we have reviewed these 10 key performance indicators, let's kind of write down all the learnings that we gained as part of this exercise. You can put it together in a document or a visual form and review with your team, your peers, and your management. This will definitely bring in a good set of discussion and updates to what you have concluded based on your review. So as we go through this, please remember a few things. One is always play from your position of strength. Second is always be realistic. It is good to have big, audacious goals, but we also need a plan for those goals, and we need a plan that works for our current organization, because we need to be able to see how we will proceed from where we are currently. So key action steps are required. I would like to even share with you a book that I had used early on in my career that may help you in order to look at how to gain and sustain your competitive advantage. It's by J.B. Barney, and it will probably get you started and give you some more additional reading with respect to how you look at building your growth strategy for your organization. Go check it out. I hope it helps.